Hi there, it's Asia, and today we're gonna write a full IELTS writing task 2 essay together. And I'll show you how to write an answer that meets all the requirements that IELTS examiners use to assess you. I've also announced 3 subscribers who won all our IELTS writing and speaking preparation courses that help to maximize your score in a short period of time. You see the names at the end of this video, and now let's get started! For today's video, we're gonna use the topic reported in one of the recent exams. Here it is. In many countries, people do not recycle waste materials, such as bottles and newspapers. What are the reasons for this? What could be done to solve this problem? Indeed, this topic has been used regularly for a number of years. And other topics are repeated in IELTS too. So in the last few weeks, we've collected IELTS writing and speaking topics reported in recent exams. So thank you very much to everyone who helped us. And we created a free PDF guide where you can find all those topics and use them to practice. You can download this guide on our new Telegram channel. The link will be in the video description box below. And now let's begin writing our essay. The first step is to analyze the topic and determine the type of essay. And this is important for your task response score. Basically, IELTS examiners use a set of criteria to assess your answers. And all of them are listed in IELTS band descriptors. The public version of this document is available. And you can see all the requirements for each criterion and each band score. And in order to get band 7 for your task response, you must address all parts of the task. And to get band 9, you must fully address all parts of the task. So that's what we're trying to do here. Let's have a look at our topic. So first of all, we have the problem. In many countries, people do not recycle waste materials, such as bottles and newspapers. That's the problem. And then we have 2 questions. The first one is, what are the reasons or what are the causes of this problem? Please note that the question is plural, reasons. That means that we must provide at least 2. Sometimes the question is slightly different. For example, why is it so? And then you can provide only 1 reason. We need 2. The next question is, what could be done to solve this problem? So here, it doesn't specifically require several solutions. We could provide 1, but we need to make sure that we provide a solution for each cause we mention. Okay, so we have a problem solutions essay. Step number 2, find ideas and structure your essay. If you don't plan your essay in advance, there is absolutely no chance to get a high score for the second criterion called coherence and cohesion. To get band 7, you must logically organize information and ideas. Okay, we know that we need at least 2 reasons, and we need solutions for each reason. I really encourage you to write your essay with me, rather than just watch this video, because in this case, you will get much more value from this video. So please pause this video now and write down what reasons you're gonna write about and what solutions you're gonna use in your essay, and then resume it. Ready? Okay, here are my ideas. Reasons. Number 1, lack of awareness. People simply don't understand why they need to recycle. They don't know the benefits of recycling. Number 2, inconvenience. It's simply inconvenient for them to recycle at home and outside. Okay, I have 2 reasons. Now I need a solution that works for each of these reasons. I'm gonna have 2. The solution to the first reason, lack of awareness, to conduct an awareness campaign and to explain to people why they need to recycle. And the solution to the second reason, inconvenience, to make recycling easier. And we're gonna talk about inconvenience at home and outside and how recycling can be made easier at home and outside. There are different ways to structure the essay of this type, and I used another structure. In this video here will be linked in the description. But in this video, I'm gonna use the most straightforward structure for an essay. Introduction, then body paragraph 1, reasons, body paragraph 2, solutions, and your conclusion. That's it. Step number 3, write your essay. So we begin with our introduction. That's a short paragraph where we introduce the topic, explain what we're going to write about, and give our opinion if needed. Please pause the video to write your introduction and then resume it. Okay, here is my introduction. Recycling materials such as glass, plastic, and cottons is an important practice that helps to reduce our impact on the environment. This is the opening statement that introduces the topic. That's a broad statement. Now we're gonna write about our problem. Many people across the world, however, do not recycle their waste and send everything to landfill. That's the paraphrase topic sentence. Next, this essay will discuss why this might be the case and how this problem can be alleviated. That's what I'm gonna write about. And there are actually different ways to write this statement. In this example, I started with this essay will discuss or this essay discusses. I could say, I will discuss why this might be the case. There is no problem with using I in this sentence. Or we could actually write this sentence without this essay will discuss or I will discuss and simply hint at what we're gonna write about. For example, the causes of this problem seem to lie in the lack of awareness and convenience. Each should be addressed separately. So you see, here we've already mentioned the key points we're going to write about. This is perhaps the most sophisticated way to write this type of sentence, but it's also a little bit more difficult to do. Now let's write the first body paragraph about our reasons or the causes of the problem. Please pause the video now and resume once you're ready. Here is mine. The reasons for the lack of recycling seem to be quite simple. This is our topic sentence. It tells the reader what this paragraph is going to be about. When you have a body paragraph with 2 ideas, like we have, awareness and inconvenience, you must have a topic sentence. This is because you need to present a clear central topic within each paragraph in order to achieve Band 7 for your coherence and cohesion. Next, firstly, in some countries, official recycling programs either don't exist or they are relatively new. That's a short introduction into our first idea. And now, the first idea itself. People, therefore, are generally unaware of the importance of recycling their refuse. So that's the first idea from our plan. And now we need to develop it. Why is it important to develop your ideas? Well, that's because you need to do that in order to get a Band 7 score for your task response. The requirement is to present, extend, and support main ideas. Okay, let me extend my idea. Being used to seeing all the rubbish go into the same bin, they simply continue to do the same without putting too much thought into it. So I've explained my idea. Now the second idea. Even those who understand the environmental benefits of recycling may still be unwilling to inconvenience themselves with sorting their waste. And now, the explanation. After all, in order to recycle something as simple as a plastic bottle or a newspaper, one needs to keep a separate bin at home or find a public recycling dustbin when outside. Okay, so I've presented the second idea and I've explained what I mean. And if you have a look at our topic, it uses bottles and newspapers as examples, and I've mentioned them in my essay to make sure that I address every point. Now let's write the second body paragraph about our solutions. Please pause the video, write yours, and then resume. Ready? Let me show you my body paragraph. The first sentence is, to encourage people to recycle more, a comprehensive public campaign is required. That's the topic sentence. And this sentence already shows that I'm going to talk about solutions because it says to encourage people to recycle more. So we know what the whole paragraph is about. Now the solution to the first problem. A good start would be to explain to people what economic and environmental benefits recycling can provide. That's the solution to the first problem. Now I give an example. This can be done via flyers delivered to each home and advertising on television. Now I present the solution to the second problem. The next step is to make recycling as easy as possible. So that's the solution to the second problem, and now I give an explanation. I've mentioned the inconvenience of recycling at home and outside, and again, I'm going to show how both could be made easier. On the streets, recycling bins should be located next to each general rubbish bin. Home recycling should also be facilitated by various means, such as arranging frequent collections and providing people with free recycling bin bags. That's it. That's the second body paragraph. Now all we need is to write a conclusion. In your conclusion, you should summarize your main arguments, and if the topic asked for your opinion, you must openly express it. And you can also give your recommendation or a forecast. This point is optional and it allows you to make your essay a little bit longer if you need to. Make sure you always write a conclusion in your essay. If you don't, your task response score will go down quite a lot. So please now pause this video and write your conclusion. And once you've written your essay or any paragraph, please post them in comments below. I think it will be useful for everyone to read. And now let me show you my conclusion. Here is the first sentence. To conclude, it is the lack of awareness about the benefits of recycling and the reluctance for people to sort their refuse that prevents them from engaging with this useful practice. These are the causes of the problem or the reasons. Now the solutions. When they fully understand its advantages and can recycle their rubbish at home and outside easily and quickly, I believe that many will choose to do the right thing. That's my conclusion. And as you've noticed, I used the words I believe. And some people are really scared of using I believe, I think, in my opinion, any of those phrases if their essay doesn't openly ask for your opinion. But actually, it's not a problem. If the essay doesn't ask for your opinion, you can still provide it. You should understand that most of what you write is about your opinion, not about facts. So I believe that when people know about the benefits of recycling, they will recycle more. Someone else may believe that they wouldn't care. So that's my opinion, that's not a fact. And it's alright to say I believe. You'll only be penalized if you don't express your opinion when the task asked you to. To learn what really matters in your task 1 and task 2 and how to write a great answer to each type of task, please check out my writing courses. I'm gonna link them in the video description box below. So this essay is 320 words long. It's quite long actually, but that's because you need a bit more space to develop each idea. And if you are aiming to get Band 7, your essay can be shorter. It can be between 270 and 290 words. In this case, you have a bit more time to write each sentence and to check your writing for any mistakes. So far, we've been talking about the first 2 criteria, task response and coherence and cohesion. And I showed you some of the requirements, not all of them, because we simply don't have enough time. Let's talk about the other 2 requirements, your vocabulary or lexical resource and your grammar or grammatical range and accuracy. So what matters there? Well, actually 2 things, accuracy and complexity. So, in our essay, there are no mistakes. It's very important to minimize the number of mistakes you make in your essay because in order to achieve Band 7, you may only have occasional errors in your vocabulary and many of your sentences must be error-free from the grammatical point of view. To get Band 7 for your lexical resource or your vocabulary, you also need to use less common words. And learning some extra complex words isn't gonna help. This tactics doesn't work. Examiners can see that your vocabulary is not at the level of those several words. If you use topic words, that's great. For example, in this essay we've used to reduce our impact on the environment, landfill, refuse, rubbish, bin, environmental benefits, waste, public recycling dustbin, general rubbish bin, collections, recycling bin bags. All this fancy vocabulary about rubbish shows that my vocabulary is wide enough for a higher score. What about your grammar? Apart from being accurate, you must use a variety of complex grammatical structures. And again, this doesn't mean that your sentences must be long. Long doesn't equal complex. You need to clearly understand why you put certain things into one sentence. And if you don't understand why, split them into 2 sentences. You need to use complex grammatical structures, such as a variety of verb tenses, modal verbs, participle phrases, comparisons, complex sentences, relative clauses, and so on. And you need to use a variety of these features, not just to write long sentences. I actually made a video where I talked about several types of complex sentences you should use in your essay to get a higher score for your grammar. It will be linked in the video description box below. And now let me announce the winners of our draw who get all my IELTS writing and speaking preparation courses for free. These courses will help you learn how to meet each requirement that IELTS examiners use and how to write Band 7 answers step by step, sentence by sentence for each type of task. Okay. 2 weeks ago, we announced the draw, and we included all subscribers of this channel who left a comment with the hashtag contest. We randomly selected 3 winners. And if you see your comment on the screen right now, please send us an email to claim your prize. You will find out how to do it in the video description box below. If you haven't won, but you'd like to get the courses and give yourself the best chance of passing this exam, please, the courses are linked in the description box as well. And don't forget to download our free new guide with recent IELTS writing and speaking topics for your preparation. Again, in the video description box below. And if you watch this video, you will learn the other structure you can use to write problem solutions essays. Thank you so much for watching me today. Good luck with your preparation and your exam. Bye!